Hi guys, welcome to Mystic Frequency. I'm Lisa and I'll be your collective tarot reader today on January 17th, 2026. But no matter when this reading finds you, just take it as your guides were trying to reach you, either telephone you, or just to really let you know that there's a message here for you and you felt called to this video, so you clicked on it. So there's something here that needs to be spoke about. Now, if you are watching it and realize that nothing is resonating with you, just take that as that's probably either A, for another individual, or B, there's someone within your circle, your line of vision, someone that comes in and out of your energetic field, and you are being used like a radio signal in order to reach to them, so that way you can reveal information. That's why I'm always okay with people sharing this video if they know there's someone that would benefit greatly from the information that is revealed. And if today is your birthday, happy birthday. Thank you for making it another trip around the world today. I just want you to know that you matter, and I hope you get to celebrate today. But let's see what your affirmation has to say today, that your guides want you to say, to speak. And if you are a supporter to my Patreon account, thank you so much. Purchasing the videos or being a part of the $5 month tier will help me purchase cards. It'll help me create more content and really just try to make videos that really pique your interest. I feel like that one wants to come out. So what do we have? I am fearless. Oh, this came out earlier in the week this week. Yes. Allow yourself to feel courageous like a lion, where you're not scared. You are not scared. You are not afraid to leap forward. And you're not afraid to take in different pieces of advice. You're not afraid of the future. You are not worried about what may happen in this moment, especially if you've been waiting on a verdict or almost just like information that's coming through is what I'm feeling, where you were worried about the results, but you've decided, I can't allow myself to be scared of the results that are coming in. I'm going to take them and then use this as an opportunity to do better. But you're taking charge of your life. And you're not keeping your eyes closed. You're not trying to hide your face. You are actually looking in front of you and seeing what is before you. You're not turning a blind eye to things. You're not doing these out of sight, out of mind tricks that normally would have worked for you. But you realize that if you don't tackle it, whatever the case may be, whatever the obstacle, the situation, or this individual that may be around you, something that you have been avoiding, you realize that it's just going to get bigger and it's just going to blow out of proportion. And you just need to have a little bit of courage and not be scared to speak your mind, speak from your heart, speak from your spirit. But you're fearless in this moment. You're safe. You're allowing yourself. Okay, that one really wanted to come out. Okay. Well, I'm going to go ahead and get the other two cards, Spirit, but thank you for revealing that one. They're like, we want to reveal everything for you because we do not want you to feel scared. So we have personal choice. So this means you're going to think about an animal that resonates with you specifically. So this animal will be very different to each and every person that comes to this reading. But close your eyes. What animal do you imagine? What strengths are they known for? What wisdom do they share and embrace these qualities? So we have this fearless. So there's a lot of different animals that can have this This feeling, I think of lions, I think of bears. I heard a shark. But really just any animal that makes you feel brave and would make a lesser energy want to avoid trying to take advantage of your energy. But they want you to do some research today. Whatever animal you thought about, go ahead and research what their strengths are. Even if you don't know what they are, it's okay to look up. And how the wisdom over time has been shared with others. And just embrace those qualities that that animal has that makes them known for that personality that they may exemplify or amplify, if you will. But today, your first card, you're creating a choice for yourself. And that's always important because you want to feel as if you have the wheel in your hands at all times and not have it taken from you and let someone drive your life for you. So today you have a personal choice, and do not be scared to create your own animal. You could even make an animal that has been known in mythology to have different symbolic meanings, like the Sphinx, or it doesn't necessarily have to be an animal that is real. It could be mythical, guys. A unicorn, a dragon, really anything. All right, we have penguin, or as some people would say, penguin. These are authentic penguins. Reach out to your tribe in times of need. Family gives you strength when you face the storm. Love your uniqueness. You are full of surprises. Break free from others' expectations. Just be yourself. Just be yourself. And this makes me think of the movie Happy Feet. You probably like that movie where everyone had their own song that they would sing. But Happy Feet, he liked to dance. And that's how he expressed his creativity. That's how he allowed himself to be unique. And that also meant that he was very much different from the rest of his tribe. And I remember watching an episode of Boruto with my son and my daughter and I think my husband. And there was a part where Boruto's sister was taking care of this white wolf and befriended it and was sneaking food out of the house in order to take care of it. And Boruto's adopted brother happened to notice that she was sneaking food out and investigated it. And when they came back the next day after he realized that the wolf wasn't a dangerous creature to be around the little sister, he and her approach this cave, and there were these 3 wolves that were on top, and they were being very mean to the wolf, but you could tell that this wolf was at one point a part of this pact. And she couldn't understand, this daughter could not understand why they wouldn't let the white wolf be a part of the gray wolves. And one of the things he said was that it was probably perhaps that this wolf would put his tribe in danger by being so different, and they seen that his differences is what made him a weak wolf. And they didn't want a weak wolf to be bringing in the danger and the trouble to their pact. But this wolf was not scared. It was not scared to protect those that actually wanted him to be a part of their pact. Like the sister wanted the wolf. And so there was that pact that he had made. So who around you is your tribe? Who around you is your pact? These are people that give you strength when you are facing a lot of challenges. These are people that love your uniqueness. They love that you're able to almost be like a mystery box where you don't know what you're going to get because you're, with this card being fearless and this card giving you personal choice, you just evolve into whatever you want to be in that moment. You don't want, it's like you don't, this makes me think of, oh gosh, it's like the art of war, surprising your enemy. That's kind of like what I'm getting here. It's not so much your enemy, it's just like you just don't want people to fit you in a mold or fit you in a specific category. And that's why you're always doing things opposite to what people are thinking. But I love this boldness that you have. And I love how authentic that you are, and your guides are wanting you to see that as well. All right, you've already seen this, but this is the lizard. Regeneration. As a survivor, you are unparalleled. No matter what happens, you can adapt. Embrace your transformation. Put on your new cloak. You are a master of regeneration. So whatever you choose as your personal choice for this card right here, let that be the cloak that you are trying to embrace, the qualities of this animal, and see how it helps you adapt to the environment or the situation that you are in. I do want to point out that we have very different environments here. So you've had to grow up in a lot of time periods where you had grass, you had water, you had all your needs. And then there were times where you were cold, blocked off, and only thinking about one thing that needed to happen, and that was survival. And then you had this desert where you had to really learn how to regenerate and save your resources and really think about how you can make best of the situation. But this group right here, y'all are some tough people. You really are. You're not going to let anything prevent you from being your most authentic self, and I love that. Let's see what your tarot has to say about today. My fearless warriors. And if y'all happen to hear a whole bunch of kids playing and hollering, I have my nephews over. I'm watching them today. All right, Spirit. Ooh, no. Okay, well, I will look at that in just a second. I've already seen it. It's like you want to see it. You Spirit's like, this person does not want to play around. They want to know what it is. Give it to them straight. I almost heard someone say, give it to me straight, doctor. Am I going to live? Yes. You're living right now. You're breathing. So I have the 6 of Cups. So you are trying to really go within and find these memories that have significant meaning and nostalgia. And you're trying to recall a time that made you happy, that made you feel good. And you're trying to bring that memory that is coming through, and you're trying to find ways to express that in the present so it's not just lost in the past. But this also talks about somebody that will get lost for a long time in their mind and their heart space. And it's like they can't really let it go. They're just hung up on this. And they want you to find ways to regenerate from this, to take what was here and make that a cloak as well, if I can speak. I'm from the South, guys. So the number 6 talks about communication, cooperation, and harmony. So you're looking for pieces to the puzzle from your past that can kind of bring that into this moment. You're looking towards your childhood, trying to find ways to connect with your inner child. Offer them the roses and the flowers. This could be a childhood sweetheart. This can talk about any kind of relationship that had a very deep, deep space in your heart that you think about quite often. Thinking about the home that you grew up in, thinking about all of the different roles that you may have had. What I think is really odd about this right here is this person's hat, which makes me think of somebody that liked to humor others. They like to make other people smile. And in this case, it's like this person was being very sincere and trying to take care of this younger child here. He's actually leaning down and trying to look eye to eye with this child here. So there's something here you are trying to bring back. But you don't want to get yourself so stuck where you're only reminiscing and you're not living in the present. That's not where you need to be. Especially if you're trying to remember a loved one that has passed away. Your loved one wants you to start making personal choices that benefit you. And I will do this at the end. I realized I didn't do that. Don't skip steps, guys. Don't skip steps when it comes to healing. Or maybe people expected you to grow up and be a certain way. And so they imposed quite a bit on you. So you may not have had a flower shop, but you could have been a part of a family business where they thought you were going to take it over, and then you went down a different road. And you're thinking about all your decisions that you have made and where you ended up presently. And it's like you're trying to stay here, but you need to move forward. At the heart of the matter, we have the Empress. Yes, I knew inner child work was coming through. There is this need to really nurture yourself. I encourage you to see if you can find any old photo albums of your loved ones in the past and a picture of you that you can look at and create happy memories with. There was a lady I worked with, her name was Dana, and she did where she created a Stanley. And if you don't know who Stanley is, he's this cut out colored doll that goes on these adventures. And allow yourself to create your own version of Stanley, your own personal choice. Dress it how you would have dressed up. Create a doll that reminds you of you, and give your inner child the opportunity to create more memories in the present. Because this Empress wants you to really nurture this. Really go within. Tap into your divine feminine forces. And you don't have to be a female in order to do that. Feminine energies, it's just where you allow yourself to go with the flow and you don't block your energies off. You don't try to control the situation. You trust your intuition. And she wants you to create a lot more too. Right now you may be stuck in fantasy world, and there's this healing that really needs to come through. Something that needs to be cleansed before you can move forward. Don't be scared of what you may uncover, is what I'm hearing too. Maybe you're worried whether or not this place is still here. Or maybe you're worried about going back to your home world, your hometown, your tribe. You're worried about going back to your tribe, but you really need some kind of closure. And it's like you need a hug. You need someone that loves and supports you and leans on you. You may even have your own child. This can also talk about someone who has given birth, or someone that has these children, and they're thinking about their home life and how they grew up and how they want their children to not ever be scared to go without, where they don't have to constantly adapt to their surroundings. And you're trying to cloak them with this sense of safety. But water is a powerful, informative force. It's very gentle and it can be receptive. So allow yourself to be very receptive to your emotions, the emotions to your inner child, the emotions to the children that are around you. Don't block yourself off from expressing joyful memories. Find the ones that make you really happy. Your subconscious, we have the moon here. Oh, wow, guys. Okay. So we need to go and look at how our emotions are really coming through here. If this memory is driving our actions, if it's causing us to have this wanderlust, this sense of abandonment where we are no longer attached to the physical, we are lost up in the air looking at the moon. And we need to think about the instincts that we have that have helped us be this regenerative creature, and what we are feeding. You know, what emotion are you feeding right now really matters. Think about the music that you would be playing that would keep you sitting in the same energy over and over and over again, and think about ways that you can give it a different choice, a different personal choice that aligns to you, that really vibes well with you and helps with the Empress and the Six of Cups kind of turn around. But your moon is going to want you to look at how things are not as they seem. In my family, I have 3 brothers and 2 sisters, and when we talk about our past, it's amazing how different people block off certain things in their mind and they don't even remember. It's like it didn't even happen. And then you have someone that's like me that remembers everything. Remembers everything, remembers words. I hold everything. I like to hold what people say in case they need a reminder of what they say, or they just need, it's like I had to help people remember what they were doing, because I was always around my grandparents and I always heard, what was I doing? Grandma, you were making a quilt. Oh yeah, that's what I was doing. Or my grandpa would be like, what were you doing? And I said, Grandma was making a quilt. Did you check the mail? Yes, you checked the mail. It's like trying to help people around you remember things. And you may have a grandparent or a loved one that is needing a lot of love and support in this moment, and it could be taking a lot out on your emotions, especially if your family is not really assisting with this person that needs a lot of care and affection. And you're looking deep within you how you can keep being this source of support, especially when they forget that you're an adult and you're no longer a child here. But they want you to see that you are still their grandchild or their niece, their nephew, whatever the case may be. This is someone that nurtured you and is now needing a lot of that as well. But allow yourself to see past the illusions, because the fears that come out will come out with the moon, and when it's dark, they're going to highlight the shadows that are lurking within you, around you, with the people that are close to you. And it's up to you to confront those shadows when you come across them. And I love that this came out. So tomorrow we will be in the new moon for January 18th. So the new moon talks about new beginnings, entering into new energy, thinking of your intentions that you're wanting to set, and what else you could really release during this time. It's about going inward and discovering pieces of yourself that may have been forgotten, or pieces of yourself that need to be pieced together, that need healing. But let me go ahead and give you your self-care affirmation before I head out. And let's see. Say one loving affirmation to yourself. I think that came out yesterday. But we have personal choice. We have this affirmation that says they want you to create a loving affirmation for yourself. I am nurturing. I am loving. I am emotionally present. I am feeding the wolf that will help me be strong. I am feeding the wolf that will help me feel protected. I am feeding the wolf that makes me stable. Rather than feeding the wolf that caused a lot of emotional attachments to a feeling that happened in the past and it is not helping me move forward. But my dears, you are courageous, you are fearless, and you're going to be able to work through these emotions. You're going to be able to see what is true, what is not, and you're being encouraged to open up to those around you that are very close to you that may have had a place in this. Give them a phone call. Don't be afraid to talk to a really close friend. Even if you don't know their phone number, you can always look them up on Facebook, as long as, or just go back to the hometown where they were and just like open up and say, hey, I just wanted to really reconnect with you. Or if you have your loved one that needs a little bit of support, just know you're going to get through this. Just remember the times that you had together and let that help you keep moving and regenerating. But have a lot of fun today, guys. I had a great time doing this reading. And if you enjoyed it, please like, comment, and subscribe. And share this if you know anyone that may be going through this. But I'm going to go ahead and head out, guys. Bye.